All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of my weekly stock picks. This is for the week of March 15th to March 19th. My name is Brock. Please follow me on, if you want to give me a follow on Twitter, it's at Don't Feed Bear. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be greatly appreciated. Let's go ahead and jump into the S&P 500 chart just to start. I mentioned to everybody that the probability said that this upcoming week would be a green week. Sure enough, it was. Look at this. Every day except Monday, we finished higher than we started, so that's a good sign. However, I do feel I mentioned to you that I think we bounce up and then bounce back down. We've got kind of a bit of a head and shoulders look coming here, where this head, shoulder, head, shoulder. I mean, it just everything looks like it wants to go down back to this level. It didn't break through these supports like to convince me that hey, there's more to go. Like we're going the 400s. It still could. That's still possible. The Bulls could win, but right now I think we kind of see another. I think we go down more. I don't think the tech correction's over. That's what I'm seeing. I hope I hope I'm wrong so we can keep making money. But I got a lot of money in my long term just waiting for this dip. So I think it's coming in the next week or two. It looks kind of set up that way that maybe go sideways a bit and then drop. So maybe next week. Next week I think is overall red, but how red, we'll see. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look into my two winners and loser. Chevron's been doing fantastic. It's one of those value stocks that's been doing really well the past couple weeks, up 43%. American Airlines up almost 12%. I think all airlines are going to do very well now that the vaccines are getting out and numbers are going down. I think people are going to be allowed to travel in the near future. Apple, got hit pretty hard. Is struggling a bit, but NIO was on here last week and the NIO took off. Apple's on here this week. Does that mean Apple takes off next week? We'll see. So hopefully. All right. And so my 4 weekly stock picks of the week are FuelCell Energy, United Airlines, Splunk, and Dick's Sporting Goods. And as always, I show you what type of setup they have, the buy zone, the cut loss, what their price targets are. I show you the charts that I'm looking at and what I'm seeing, so that you can follow along with me. If you have any questions, please comment or message me. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's start with FuelCell Energy. So QuantumScape ran first, and I think FCell is getting revved up and ready to run. As you can see here, they do have earnings coming up on Monday, so that can be concerned. But if FCell jumps down to like these levels, like 11, 12, 11, 10, I will buy a lot of FCell for my long-term account, because I think this thing is getting ready for a couple-month really strong Wave 3 run. I just think it got beat up pretty bad, and I think this is a good company. I think they're doing EV battery technology. I really like them. QuantumScape too. Looked into them a bit. I think their 10K looks good. So just keep an eye. I want to see what their earnings are, though. I do need to see that on Monday. But so far, if this, if they get good numbers and this thing takes off, or they've announced some new big catalyst, this could be big. So keep an eye on this one. As you can see from the indicators, it's showing, it's a little oversold, so maybe it dips a little bit. But we do want to get that MACD bullish cross and the squeeze indicators pushing the right way. It's slicing through the cloud. So keep your eye on this one. I do like FCell. So, all right. Up next is United Airlines. Like I said, I think all airlines are going to do really well moving forward. I think they're going to have a great 2021. So right off the bat, they're on the lower half of the RSI. So I think next week they do pretty well. It got they rejected the bearish cross. So hopefully we keep that going, and hopefully this kind of straightens out and pushes up as well. I've kind of seen that before, and I hope we make a strong push to finish off Wave 3. This is looking pretty good. It's above the Ichimoku cloud, so United Airlines I think will continue just to trend up. So let's hope that continues. Next up is Splunk, and Splunk's a weird one. I know I'm kind of warning you guys. I think it goes down. I don't think the tech correction is over, but this one is, it looks good, and everything's kind of pointing up, has high potential to go up soon. It is below the cloud, I know, and it doesn't look great. But if you look, it has this huge gap that was only filled about halfway. I think over the next couple months, it can fill this gap. And if you look at it, if you bought in on Friday, I mean, look, and you were able to wait it out. I mean, that's a 48% gain just to close this gap. So that's pretty good. This is almost at 10-20% away from its pre-COVID levels. So it's been beat up pretty bad, and it's a good company. So I think everyone's just selling, because they're worried about everything that's going on with the correction. If this dips more, I will be buying. I might even start a position next week. I just want to see how it goes and with the rest of the market. If it keeps dipping down, I'll dollar cost average down. I really like this one, but if this can move up, I think it moves fast. So I think it's a very explosive stock, and I think we could see something pretty soon here. Let's see, the indicators flashing. No, not yet. So I think maybe we might see some flashing indicators soon too. So keep an eye on Splunk. It is high risk, high reward, but I think it's worth it. Even if you don't want to, if you're only trading short-term trading, don't do this one. Unless like I said, this one's high risk. So I would buy it for long term. So I really like this one. All right, up next is Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods done really pretty well over the past couple weeks as things were going down. This guy kind of just held. It went down a little bit, but not too bad. And then kind of came down on wave 4, and now it's kind of ready to go up on a wave 5, final wave 5 to finish off the Elliott wave theory. Had earnings, so it kind of went down there, but it's kind of recovered over the last 2 days. Like I said, Dick's Sporting Goods has always been a really good stock. If we look at the indicators above the cloud, the yellow has held strong over the past 4 days. And if this line can push up, that's a great buy signal. It's low on the R side. It's about to make the MACD bullish cross. We got the flashing indicators here. Dick's Sporting Goods looks like it's ready to go. I would hope that we could get a nice little dip so it increases our risk to reward ratio. But this might be one that you buy in Monday morning if things look well. So Dick's Sporting Goods looks good. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our honorable mention picks. So Ride was the center of attention for Hindenburg Research. Hindenburg is known for uncovering what they call truths. I don't know how true it is. I don't know if it's just. I don't know how true the information they put out is. I'm not saying it's false. I'm not saying it's true. But what I do know is they do take short positions and puts. So this makes them a big target for Wall Street Bets. So high short position. If Wall Street Bets comes in hard, this could shoot up like crazy. So super high risk, super high reward, especially if what Hindenburg Research is saying is true. This could be maybe a stock you want to avoid. But like I said, if you like the risk and you think Wall Street Bets will come in on this one because it's high short interest, then might be one to look at. So, all right, let's see what the next one is. It's General Motors, GM. Always a fantastic company. They're trying to move everything to EV. I think they're going to take a couple weeks to get down to this level. They've done pretty well. They kind of go up, down, they bounce, and then they go back down again, and then bounce. And so I think we got one more bounce to go. And you can see kind of a shoulder, inverse shoulder, head, shoulder, and then we take off. And I think we finally break through this kind of line here. So we've got the inverse head and shoulder. We've got the 5 wave. And so all you gotta do is be patient with one. I think this box right here is a great buy area, especially since it has a wave, wants to go on a wave 5, and then earnings out in the near future in May. So, like I said, you're gonna have to be a little patient. I think this will be a stock pick in a couple weeks. So we'll see. Right, Fastly, and I know I just warned you guys all about. I think next week is red, but it could be an interesting one because it's been beat up so bad. I mean, it was at 120s and now it's down to 75 and was down as low as 60, so it lost half its value. Was it like a month? So it went from a sell. So Piper Sandler saying to a hold from a sell. So that's already showing the analysts are starting to like this stock again. I do think it goes down a little bit more, but there's a possibility that, like I said, it could just take off. So, because this thing got beat up pretty bad, kind of like Splunk, but I don't know. This one could be an interesting play here. If you're up for it, you maybe buy a little bit in here, and if it keeps taking off, maybe dollar cost average up. But if it goes down, I'm definitely going to be buying Fastly if it goes down even more. So this is an interesting one to look at. And the last one is Apple. So Apple was on last week. I thought, I looked at a lot of the tech stocks, and it didn't really move that much. It didn't really, it went up a little bit, but not as like the EVs or anything like that. So I think this wants to go down a bit more. I think this box right here is where it ends up eventually. And this holds as a support line right here. And I will be buying a lot if it gets down to the 112 level. Look at all these buy targets from all these analysts. This is why I say you gotta be careful trusting these guys. Everybody was a buy right here, right? And look what it did. So a lot of these times these guys are trying to trick you and get you to do stuff that you shouldn't do. So that's why you got to do your own research, okay, guys? But like I said, I think this could go down. There's a possibility it could go up if we look at the indicators. It's showing overbought. It is showing everything's kind of moving up, but it's still below the cloud. It still has some questionable things on its charts. So I just be really careful with Apple right now. If you're doing long term, buy, definitely buy. That's what I'm gonna do. But if you're short term trading, just be very careful with this one. But that's why it's on this list. It's high risk, high reward. If you bought like in the money option here and it just takes off, you're gonna be a rich man or woman. So all right, those are my honorable mention picks of the week. These are my 4 stock picks. I hope you guys enjoyed the research that I did and the picks that I found. Like I said, this next week I'm expecting a red week sometime over the next 2 weeks where we do go down more. I don't think the tech correction's over. It doubled, in less than a year in 2020. So I don't see how we just keep on going. And in all honesty, long term, it's very healthy for a nice pullback. So I know it sucks if you're short-term trading. Like my short-term trading account, I've had to kind of put a pause on because just the market isn't ready for it. It's not, I don't trust it. So be careful out there. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Leave comments on my posts or send me messages, and I'll help you guys out as much as I can. Hope we make a lot of money next week and have a great day. All right, take it easy, everybody. Okay.